Hey there guys, welcome back for another Mortal Realms Monday magazine review. So this week, taking a look at issue 59 of the Mortal Realms magazine. And this comes with two evocators on Celestial Draco lines. Now, these two are part of the set of three that you would get if you were to buy retail. Obviously I'll put a price up for that set at the end. This is the other guy that you get for that set. Now this is the guy that we got a few issues back that I wasn't able to show the painting video for because of some hard drive problems. I lost all the footage for it. However, today's episode, because the models are pretty much the same, I'll be painting them the same colours, and you guys can then get to see exactly how I go about painting this awesome little piece. So let's get a shot of him there. There you go. So to see the finished version of that, obviously I'll just be showing how to do the Draco line. We don't need to know how to do the Vindicators by now. That will be one of these two guys. Not sure at the time of making this video which one. Probably this one, but we'll see. But go and check the link in the corner for that, and you can check out how exactly I paint that in those cool yellow colours. So anyway, yep. Get two of these guys, and obviously cost two sprues, so one guy on one sprue, one guy on the other, and that's that. So this week's issue, we get obviously the evocators on Celestial Draco lines. We discover Grungni the Great Maker, and we get a new War Scroll and battle plan. So we've got a little bit on Storm Hosts here. Knight Excelsiors. So Chambers of Renown are the Dawnbreakers, the Fire Fists and the Iron Shields, and the specialties are Purification, Formation Tactics and Utter Annihilation. And obviously we've got a little bit on the Righteous Crusaders, Excelsis Stormkeep. So that is the Knights Excelsior's Stormkeep is based in Gur in the city of Excelsis. This great port city was built around a shard of magical metal from before the mortal realms existed. Shards of this metal are mined and turned into glimmerings, which allow the wielder to look into the future and make incredibly accurate predictions. And then obviously we've got their heraldry here. So they are the white armour with the blue and gold trims and shields, pauldrons and that. And then the black and purple robes. So then we got, what's this for order? Grungni the Great Maker. The smith god Grungni is a genius crafter and builder. Since the age of myth, this deity has worked tirelessly to create wonders in the mortal realms. Even the ravages of chaos have not diminished his great works. He is the builder of cities. The Solar Drake. The Fire Slayers of Ekshi bargained with Grungni to forge great chains of binding. These were used to trap the god beast Ignax. This vast Solar Drake was used as an artificial sun so that the Dwardin always had light and fire for their enormous forges. So we've got followers of Grungni, the Caradhorn Overlords. So obviously these were dwarves back in fantasy, and they've got a real steampunk feel to these guys, obviously being smiths and into building and stuff. This guy looks like he's got a Space Marine chainsword on him there, but yeah, so they're very steampunky feel to them. Then we've got how to build the Draco lines. Pretty easy, these guys. So this is the first Draco line, and then his rider goes on top. You could probably assemble him in one piece, paint him all up in one piece. I can't see a problem with this. There's nothing really awkward to get to on it. And then the second Draco line, obviously same thing. Nothing too difficult to get to, so you could assemble him in one piece. No need for sub-assemblies on that. Then we've got the how to paint them. Obviously this is assuming that you're painting them in the Goldie Boys colour scheme, but it does give you how to paint the Draco lines in a different colour scheme to obviously what I'll be showing in this week's episode. So if you want to paint in this colour, obviously you can follow the guide. If you want to have a look at the more what I call the lion colours, sort of this golden sort of brown yellow kind of colour, then do check out that video on how to paint them up in that style. Obviously I'm going to paint all three of mine the same just so that they match. I think because they're a unit they'll look better if the beasts were matching. And obviously we've got bits on painting the base, so pretty much everything we know by now, you know, finishing touches and all the little bits, shades and highlights and all the rest of it. And then for your finished models we'll end up something like that, or at least if you're following the guide you guys will end up with something like that. If you want to follow me, then hopefully you'll get something like that. Okay, so onto the War Scroll. So the War Scroll is for the Evocators on Celestial Dracolines. So obviously this isn't just the Evocators, this is in particular these guys here. So obviously you've got a 12-inch move because of the Draco lines, 5 wounds, a 4+ save and 8 bravery. They've got the Tempest Blade and Storm Stave. So obviously one of these guys has the, oh no, they both do, they have the stave in their hands and then the blades on their backs there. They got the Grand Stave. I'm not sure the difference between them, but obviously it'll be written somewhere. And then the Monstrous Claws for the beast. Now one thing I've noticed between this Draco line and I think it was the other Draco line, this one, I think the issue that came with, they actually had a bite as well. I may be wrong on that, but I thought I remembered them having bite and claws, but that may be something else that we've had. Anyway, obviously we've got some of their abilities on the back here, and then we've got the battle plan. So this is the Hero's Call. I don't know if I get it like that, and then you guys can see I get a bit of a glare from the lamp up here. So obviously Nighthaunt and Stormcast Eternals. So for this we've got the battle plan, the Sky's Treasure. So the Realm of Battle uses 3 maps, so obviously map 1, 2 and 3 that we've already had. The Nighthaunt heroes, so if I'm right, are we using heroes and picking things with this? Nope, so we do get to use all of these. So we've got the Nighthaunt heroes, we've got the Knight of Shrouds on the Ethereal Steed, the Spirit Torment and the Guardian of Souls. And for the Stormcast heroes we've got the Ordinator, Arcanum on Celestial Draco line and the Knight Azeros. I'll have a read through this, and obviously I recommend you guys do too, but I can't remember if we pick one of these and then the army, or if it's all of these and the army. I know it did say it a few issues back, but I can't remember, it's been a while. So for the armies, for the Nighthaunts we've got one choice. Oh yeah, there you go, it says right here. There we go. So one choice from the Nighthaunt heroes list, so one of these guys. 10 Chain Rasps, 4 Grimghast Reapers, 5 Hexwraiths, 5 Dreadscythe Harridans and 2 Chainghasts. And then for the Stormcast Eternals, again one of these guys. Celestial Ballista, 5 Sequitors, 5 Liberators and 3 Retributors. Now obviously the Hexwraiths, I know some of you were looking at doing Black Knights instead of Hexwraiths. Obviously if you're following along with all this, and hopefully you did them as the Hexwraiths so that you can play these battles. If not, then you could obviously just pretend that they're Hexwraiths, or if you followed the tutorial that I had, the painting video for those guys, then you would have seen how I've done them so that they are magnetized and you can switch backwards and forwards between Hexwraiths or Black Knights. So, starting with issue 61. So obviously we're issue 59 now, so the last 20 issues, guys. But starting with issue 61, we get the Realm with Fire. It says in issue 58 came with a new battle mat, but if you guys remember, they made a boo-boo and didn't put it in there. I think we actually get it with issue 60. I think it is actually in issue 61. It could be 62, but I'm pretty sure it's in issue 61. They've included the mat in there instead, so not to worry about that. And I know that we've also got this terrain coming up as well. So next issue, issue 60, we get 5 Belayed Geist Revenants. And issue 61, we get, there you go, some of the Sigmarite altar and bridges. So a couple of bridges and a little altar. I hope we get another altar, otherwise the bridges become pretty much useless. At least in terms of the terrain that we get with this. And then we get a couple of more fire sconces on the pillars here. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this issue, guys. As always, thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to check out the link in the corner for the painting guide or the painting video for this week. To all of those who have recently subscribed, thank you ever so much for subscribing to the channel. Your support is much appreciated, and it's nice to see that you're enjoying the videos enough to hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, do hit that button down there. A bit of paint on my finger from some painting, but do hit that button down there and the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, help the channel grow, hit that like button. The more likes and the more that you guys interact with these videos, the more we get within YouTube's algorithm, and obviously bump up the channel a little bit more. But until next time, guys, take it easy and keep painting those minis.